I'm back out here at the MGB. Sorry, it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks since I've actually made a video. I got so caught up in the car show and with everything going on around Las Vegas and the NFL stuff, all that other crap. But give you an update on it. Got some seam sealer down there. That's the brushable stuff. I don't know if I'd recommend it too much, but I mean, it didn't do too bad, so I got it on there too. But I ended up putting that patch panel in, so I haven't grinded it down yet, but I think I did a pretty decent job on that, considering on where it was. So I think that one came out good. That should grind down really well. You know, the welds aren't really too high. That should be alright. Doesn't feel like I warped the panel at all either. It's still pretty stiff, pretty hard. So not too shabby on that one. Got some seam sealer on that panel, the floor panel. That thing is done. All I got to do is just take off my grounding point. That's basically done. Had to weld in a couple more patches and shit like that. I mean, it's okay to my standard and stuff like that, but no, it's not professional. There went my bottle. Keep forgetting about that thing. Thank God it's not flammable, huh? But getting over here, you know, I had to get a patch back there, and I also had to do a couple back here. Got one there, and I got one there a little bit lower down here that I had to weld into. Got a couple small little rust holes right there, and I tried to fill them, and it was just... Actually, on that one, I actually just took my hammer and I started beating on it. I also put that panel in too. That one didn't come out too bad, but that one was the learn. I learned on that one. I believe when I do the other side, it's going to go a lot better. Because I started on that. And I also had, remember, I think there's a video that I showed that had that gap open. Well, I ended up having to cut all that crap out, and I welded in that piece right there. And that came out really, really well. The only thing that kind of concerns me a little bit, just a little bit, because I mean it didn't rise it up any higher, so I mean it still kind of feels, you know, fairly even. The only thing that kind of concerns me a little bit is what is my door gap going to look like. That's the only thing that concerns me. I mean, I could put the door on and stuff like that, but I mean, I think it'll close. I believe it'll close, but I mean, I still got to put a small little amount of Bondo on that. But that actually came out really, really well. I'm actually pleased on how that little tiny piece that I was able to weld in there. I'm very happy with that. Get the car out a little bit more. Don't want to hit precision. I mean, that didn't come out too bad. Got a little bit of a valley in there, so I mean, it's got a little bit of a groove, but I think that'll come out nice. You know, once I'm done. So there we go. So I didn't do too bad of a job on that. Happy. But oh, what was the other thing that I was going to show everybody on an update on it? I think that was it. I did get my parts for the transmission, the mounts for the transmission, so all that stuff came in. Love getting packages and stuff. I just ordered another brake switch. There's the brake switch. That's actually the ashtray. Kind of. And there's the mounts. So. Oh, and there's that. Here's that weather stripping. This weather stripping is actually supposed to go up here. But I'd say pretty soon I'll probably end up, I know I still got to clean up that fender, and tin canning that actually kind of worked out. It's not as tin canned as what it was, but for my first time trying that came out okay. But I ended up running out of gas, so I wasn't able to get the welds around here on the top. And that's it. And I got that panel to do, and as soon as I get that panel, then I can start putting some Bondo on those spots. As soon as I put Bondo on those spots, and I guess that'll do it for the winter time, because it's starting to get freaking cold out here, and it doesn't look like it's going to be warm enough to paint. So I would really be, I'm halfway tempted to actually get somebody out here just so I could have somebody put a coat of, as Pete would say it, it's not epoxy primer, it's not a primer, it's a sealer. I'd love it if somebody came out here and kind of sealed it for me, but I mean, I had the hood there, and there's the trunk lid. I mean, the doors aren't stripped down to bare metal, but I think those were the only things that I actually had stripped down to bare metal. I ended up doing the hood to bare metal, the trunk to bare metal, that to bare metal. I ended up doing that to bare metal because these were the worst spots. And I actually did this panel. I mean, I did this panel 2 years ago. This whole panel right here was just nothing but rust. So on Pete's video, he actually took vinegar and water, got the vinegar and water all on that, and that's exactly what I did. I started, and he had the green scratchy pad, and I kept going with the green scratchy pad, and I threw after I got done with it, I threw a coat of primer on it, just spray can primer, and it hasn't done anything. I mean, granted, yeah, I'm out here in Colorado, it's drier, but nothing has come through that metal. Not even a hint of freaking rust has come through that metal. So I know when I put something on that, it is going to be freaking kick-ass and it's going to be good to go. But I'm still probably going to end up having to do it anyway because I got a lot of surface rust over here. So I'm still going to have to do it. But I mean, during the winter time, I can still, you know, sandpaper that, hit that and stuff like that. And then next year, as soon as the season starts, then I'll hit it with the vinegar water, because all that stuff should be done. Finish that stuff up during the winter time. The other thing I may end up doing, I'm probably going to give the slide hammer to pop out dents, the dent puller. I'm probably going to give that a shot for my first time this year. I'm going to do the truck. I'm going to try to pop that dent out of the truck, out of my truck that I got. I'm going to try that with the puller, slide hammer. So that should be fun. Videotape myself doing that one. That should be fun, because that's really the only thing that's wrong with that truck besides the freaking clear coat coming off. It's a really good truck. It's got a lot of power. But we got that stuff going on. So that stuff shouldn't take too long. But gotta think of the other thing. What did I get? Did get my gauges. My gauges came in, but I'd rather show you guys the gauges once they're in, or once they're in the dash, as soon as I get the dash back. But that's a little bit of an update. I hope everybody has a great day, and people out in Houston and Texas, Florida, Puerto Rico, you know, the people in Vegas. It's been a really, really bad 30 days. So, you know, shout out to them. God bless them. And I hope all you guys have a great afternoon, great day, great morning. Yep. But, alright. Peace out, guys.